following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Rockers from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 235 pounds, Henry Steele! And from New York, weighing in at 163 pounds, May Hero! And from Des Moines, Iowa, weighing in at 161 pounds, the living legend, Handsome Guy!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the debut show of Phenomenal for ACW. First match is a 6-man tornado tag match.
Razor Blade!
We have Hendrik Steele, Mo Hero, and Grape Soda versus Razor Blade and the new ACW World Tag Team Champions, The Infected, The Virus, and Kane. These two returned less than a month ago.
And at a combined weight of 576 pounds, the
Took out the tag champions in the parking lot, which resulted in them getting put into that three-way Metal Mayhem match at High Voltage, where they secured the win and the tag team titles in that three-way match. Alright, the bell was wrong. Got some striking to start out the match. The Virus got Hendricks up for a toss off the shoulders. Hendricks just punched Kane, but Kane don't seem to be affected. Razor Blade with an uppercut to Mo Hero. And it looks like he's trying to go for an arm drag, but Mo reversed it. Grape Soda with a springboard moonsault onto the Virus. Kane with a right hook straight to Grape Soda's face. Hendricks with a look like an enziguri to the Virus. Razor drop kicks Grape Soda. Hendricks attempted a back suplex, but Razor Blade reversed it. Kane picks up Hendricks, hangs him up on the top rope. Grape Soda throws Razor into the corner. Virus is going to try to go for a pin. Hendricks is there to break up the pin. Then Kane just power slams Hendricks down to the mat. And Virus just military press slams Grape Soda while Mo gets slung off the top rope by Razor. And looks like Virus is going to go for a military press power slam this time. And then we just saw Hendricks just get bashed over the back of the head with his own guitar. Someone just ate a super kick. There's too many people in the way to tell who. Hendricks just dropped the Razor. Virus was there to break up the pin. Some back and forth reversals going on. Razor with a heat sticker to Grape Soda. Welcome in, Cody King. Virus got a 2 count on Mo, and someone just got busted open. Hendricks did a drop kick to King's knee, followed up by a knee drop to the face. Grape Soda's going to the top rope. waiting for something on Razor, but Mo Hero just clocked Razor from the outside. Then Mo with a waist side hip toss. Grave Soda with a foot DDT to the Virus. Hendricks just dropped Kane with a Patello neck breaker. Like the Virus is going for the Toxic Bomb. But Hendricks has reversed it. Mo Hero is going for a pin on Kane. Hendricks had just picked up Kane and nailed him with some type of side slam and got a 1 count. That was some undeniable strength. We just saw Razor hit Mo with a sit-out powerbomb, and then Hendricks just got tossed. Razor did something and got a 2 count on Grape Soda. A lot of action going on here, so I'm trying to keep up. The Virus with a pounce on Mo. Virus is going for another pin. Grape Soda was there to break it up. And then Grape Soda just got tossed up and launched backwards. Kane's going for a pin on Grape. Hendricks was there to break it up. Razor is trying to smash Grape Soda's knee. And now trying to smash his face. Hendricks threw Kane into the corner, followed with an uppercut. Razor would look like a modified swinging Samoan drop onto Hendricks. Hendricks rolls to the outside. Grape Soda trips Razor and mocks him by stomping his back. Grape Soda with a vertigo slam. Razor kicks out at 2. Hendricks with a Russian leg sweep on Virus. Virus rolls out of the ring. Razor looked like he was trying to ground and pound Mo, but Mo got up, so he just ground and pounded the air. Razor Blade hit his signature full Nelson slam onto Hendricks, then attempts to pull Mo to the ropes, but Mo reverses. Drop kicks him in the side of the face. Got Hendricks, Grape Soda, and the Infected outside, beating the hell out of each other while Mo and Razor are still in the ring. Grape Soda just knocked Razor down to the cement floor and just dived off the road with a splash. Mo with a rib breaker onto the Virus outside the ring. And Kane just bounced Hendricks' head right off that steel ring post. Grape Soda is removing the tabletop from one of the announce tables. Grape Soda with a back suplex onto Kane onto the concrete floor. Looks like Razor's going to go for his spinning illusion neck breaker on Hendricks. He's going to quickly go for the pin. Only gets a 1 count. Mo enters the ring to break up the pin. then drops Razor with a pop-up power bomb that he likes to call the hero bomb. Mo with a big boot to Virus. Hendricks with a cross body to Razor, but Razor quickly rolls out of the ring. Kang with another fall away back suplex move. Another pin broken up. Razor is going for a pin on Grape Soda. Hendricks breaks up the pin and knocks out the ref at the same time. Virus with a running power slam to Mo. Kang is torquing Hendricks' knee. Razor's going up to the top rope. Virus with a suplex power bomb onto Mo. Hendricks hits something off the top rope. But the camera moved out of the way so I didn't see what it was. Grape Soda misses a drop kick on Virus. Kang looks like he's going to go for a power bomb. So he decides to take him to the corner and drops him with the alley-oop onto the top rope, busting him open. Virus going for a pin on Grape Soda. And the Virus secures the win for his team.
Here are your winners, Razor Blade, the villain, the Virus, and Kang.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Making her way to the ring from New York, KP.
This next match is a hardcore match in the women's division between Pinky and Lilith Morningstar.
And her opponent from the pits of hell, the Devil, Lilith.
All right, about to get this women's hardcore match started. There's the bell. Pinky attempted a drop kick to start the match, but Lilith reversed, and then Lilith missed the springboard drop kick. Lilith with a scoop slam into the middle of the ring. And then a backbreaker off the shoulder. Lilith with a rushing leg sweep, followed by some punches to the face. Those with some kicks to Pinky's face. Now Lilith seems to be going for something in the corner. Looks like she attempted a punt kick, but Pinky moved out of the way. And Pinky just decides to cross-body the concrete floor for some odd reason. And Lilith with a swinging neck breaker onto the concrete floor. Now she's going to hold her arm and stomp her in the back and stomp her in the face. Oh, looks like she's going to try to snap her arms. But then decides to knee her straight in the back. Oh! She might have broke a butt cheek on that move. Pinky gets sent into the steel steps. And then he gets hit with a double accidental smash off the ropes. Lilith only gets a 2 count. Then Pinky gets tossed back down to the concrete floor. And Lilith just broke another butt cheek. Pinky with a drop kick to Lilith's face. Then back and forth reversals with elbows. Looks like Pinky's going for a Hurricane Rana. And now some round and pound. And then a smack to the face. Lilith out of nowhere with a spear. Now some stomps to the gut while she's still on the ground. Surprisingly, neither one has gone for any weapon for this match. And she finally nails that senton without breaking a butt cheek. Pinky with a nice enziguri to the back of Lilith's head. And we only get to 2 count. A knife edge chop, a leg sweep, and then a senton combination. Pinky quickly kicks out at 1. Now Lilith with a spin out lariat, followed by a Kamagori knee to the face. Pinky quickly gets back up. Just to take a launching kick to the back. And now Lilith with a scoop slam on to Pinky under the concrete floor, quickly going for another pin, but only gets a 2 count. Like Pinky's going for a kick combination followed by a flatliner. Then a jumping drop kick to the side of the head. Trying to pick her up. Lilith reverses with a jawbreaker. Lilith throws her into a chair in the timekeeper area. And it looks like she kneed her in the side of the head again. Knee to the gut. And a kick to the face that busts Pinky wide open. then nails her with a jumping cutter. But only gets a 2 count off of that jumping cutter. Pinky reverses the Irish whip. Taking the top of the off the top of the announce table. And then she hits a twisted stunner onto those, going for the pin, but only gets a 1 count. Bliss then returns and throws Pinky into the steps. Turns her over. It looks like she's going to go for some limb stomps. Now she's going to quickly go for a pin. And she secures a 3 count in this hardcore match. Surprisingly, no weapons were used, but a good old-fashioned Falls Count Anywhere beatdown. This next match is a 3-way match to determine the number 1 contender for the international title at Independence Day Bash.
From New York, weighing in at 270 pounds, the Scorpion.
Shetty hasn't done very much since arriving here. His only success is a win over Hangley Wang in the very first episode of ACW. Since then, he's challenged for the hardcore title twice and was unsuccessful both times. So let's see what he can do here in this 3-way match to see if we can secure the shot against Colt King at Independence Day Bash.
And his opponents, first from New York, weighing in at 329 pounds, the Superstar!
Here's a man that's only gotten 1 loss since he's been here. That 1 loss was against Squall, so that really doesn't hurt his reputation because Squall has been on a dominant run himself. So Damian Bates walks into this match with only 1 loss. You would think he would be the odds-on favorite to win this match, to face Colt King at Independence Day Bash, but we just have to see because it is a 3-way, so he really doesn't have to be in the factor to get pinned or submitted.
From Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Psycho Chris Blade.
Chris Blade hasn't done very much as of late, but he is a 4-time ACW champion and a 2-time ACW World Tag Team champion. He is also an ACW Hall of Famer. one of the OG members of ACW. So let's see if winning this three-way can get him back in the winning column and secure a shot at a title he's never won or held. He's only 2 titles away from being a Grand Slam champion, and that's the international title and the hardcore title. Alright, goes wrong. Looks like Shaddy and Damian Bates is going to go after each other first. Alright, Chris Blade enters between them. He quickly gets a spin kick from Shaddy. Chris Blade missed a springboard clothesline, but he lands on his feet. Catches Shaddy from behind with a leaping stomp. But Damian Bates was there to quickly break up the pin. Damian Bates throws Chris Blade off the ropes and nails him with the power slam. Then turns his attention to Shaddy. And Shaddy nails him with the backbreaker. Chris Blade goes outside and pulls out a trash can while Shaddy's doing some ground and pound on Damian Bates. Chris Blade decides not to use the trash can. Re-enters the ring and does some ground and pound of his own on Shaddy. Well, Chris Blade missed another springboard move at the same time that Shaddy dropped Damian Bates, but then Chris Blade clotheslined Shaddy down to the ground. And Damian Bates nails Chris Blade with a full Nelson slam. Now Shaddy's just jamming his thumb into Chris Blade's neck and then follows up with a springboard moonsault, then gets up and catches a chair in the back of the head. Now Damian Bates just beat the shit out of Shaddy with the chair until he broke. Chris Blade's back outside with the trash can, throws it in the ring, while Damian Bates is just pounding the hell out of Shaddy. Chris Blade with a back suplex to Damian Bates. And then Shaddy jumps in and hits Chris Blade with a knee strike. Chris Blade rolls out of the ring and Damian Bates hits a power slam on Shaddy. Damian Bates throws Chris Blade over the top rope down to the concrete floor. So like Shaddy and Damian Bates are going to meet each other outside the ring. And you see the referee getting out of the ring. So this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Chris Blade just chunks a chair right into Damian Bates' face and then gets his gut headbutted. And Chris just slings Shaddy down to the concrete floor and then gets up to the top rope. Attempted a double accidental smash. It stunned Damian Bates, which makes Shaddy go for a crucifix pin, but Chris Blade breaks up the pin. Shaddy's got Chris on the ropes. Chris reverses. Damian Bates grabs Chris from behind. Chris reverses the Irish whip, throws Damian over the rope, and then nails Shaddy with a springboard drop kick. Damian Bates just taunting on the ropes before he gets back in the ring. Like Shaddy and Damian Bates was working together for a quick second to take down Chris. Looks like Chris Blade is going for the MGO, the mini game over, but doesn't even get a 1 count because Shaddy breaks up the pin. Shaddy throws Chris over the top rope down to the concrete floor. Looks like Shaddy's going to go for something of a springboard and move from the outside. He nails Damian Bates with a slingshot spear. Chris Blade with some type of brain buster, but only gets a 1 count. Then nails Damian Bates with a knee trembler to the side of the head. Shaddy with a dragon suplex, that only gets a 1 count. Shaddy's going to attempt to put Chris on his shoulders again, but Chris reverses again. Damian Bates is pulling out a table. Throws it down, decides not to use it, decides to taunt to the crowd. Meanwhile, Chris and Shaddy's in the ring, just going back and forth. Damian Bates with a sidewinder suplex on the Shaddy while Chris is taunting on the ropes. And Chris re-enters the ring and nails Damian Bates with a hammer and sickle. And then an inside out slam on the floor. And then gets some knees to the face by Shaddy. Then Shaddy takes a trash can to the face. Damian Bates with an F10 that almost lands Chris onto that trash can. And then Shaddy gets a nasty clothesline. Damian Bates with a military press. Damian Bates has taken over in this match, showing off his dominance. Shaddy pulls out a barbed wire bat and just nails Damian Bates in the back with the barbed wire bat, and then nails Chris in the face with the barbed wire bat. Damian Bates kicks out at 2. Chris Blade with a super kick to the side of Damian Bates' head while he's trying to get up. Shaddy breaks up the pin at 2. Chris is going to throw Damian Bates back into the ring. Then Shaddy's going to throw Chris down to the concrete floor and re-enter the ring. It looks like he's going to re-enter the ring. No, he's going to go to the top rope. Chris re-enters the ring. Chris picks up Damian Bates. Damian Bates reverses. Shaddy re-enters the ring with a chair and smacks Damian Bates in the back of the arm, but he shakes it off. Then Shaddy nails Chris in the face with a chair. It's like Chris Blade just nailed a famouser on the Shaddy right on that steel chair, busting him wide open. Chris with a combination into a knee strike. Chris with a spear out of the corner. And then he nails a super kick on Damian Bates that re-entered the ring with a kendo stick. Damian Bates kicks out at 2. Chris with some ground and pound on Damian Bates. Shaddy with a quick roll up. Only got a 1 count. Shaddy with a Harlem sidekick. knocking Damian Bates out of the ring. Chris nailed the sidewinder suplex on Shaddy and a springboard drop kick on Damian Bates. Looks like Chris Blade's going to go for his knee strike out of the corner. And he nails it on Damian Bates, but Damian Bates busted open. Then he gets busted open by a steel chair shot from Shaddy. Chris Blade quickly rolls out of the ring and then gets back in the ring while Shaddy was performing his limb target kick. And then Shaddy gets nailed with a clothesline. And Chris Blade secures the pin on Shaddy. Damian Bates was a split second too late to break up that pin. Chris Blade will now go on to face Colt Kane at Independence Day Bash for the International Championship. Our next match is G-Money versus Kanglee Wang.
Making his way to the ring from Marietta, Georgia, weighing in at 260 pounds,
G-Money's been talking a lot of trash in the locker room. So that's how he fares against a former two-time ACW World Champion. And you know Kanglee Wang's going to be looking to get back in the win column after coming up short against Bobby Wayne at High Voltage.
And his opponent from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Kanglee Wang.
G-Money going to start this match with a flying clothesline and a quick punching combination. He tries to get the one-upsman on Kanglee Wang. Kanglee Wang's going to push G-Money back into the corner, though. G-Money with a cheap shot to the gut coming out of the corner. And Kanglee drops G-Money with a back suplex. G-Money will throw him off the ropes, go for something, but Kanglee reverses with a knee shot to the side of the ribs. Now Kanglee's going to stomp G-Money's ankles, but G-Money reverses the third shot. And Kanglee comes back up with a running STO and then a knee strike to the gut. Oh, that Kanglee's going to go for a springboard move here, but misses a springboard drop kick. G-Money's going to go for a small package. Kanglee kicks out at 1. Kangley with a kick to the head. A collarbone necktie up. G-Money gets out of it, wrenches Kangley's arm. Then Kangley reverses it and starts wrenching G-Money's arm. They're just taking turns, just wrenching each other's arms at this point. G-Money just trips him to end it. Alright, now G-Money's feeling cocky. Goes for a Superman punch, but Kangley moves out of the way and then drops him down for his signature kick combination. That ends with a kick square to the back of the head. Now Kangley's going to go for another springboard move. And nails a drop kick straight to G-Money's chest. Going up to the top rope. Calling for him to get up again. Nails him with a double axe handle smash. I go for his signature buzz cut. G-Money blocks it and shoulder tackles him down to the mat. Kane gets up off the ground and punches G-Money in the gut. That was a springboard stunner off the second rope. G-Money quickly reverses the ground move. Kangley with a kick to the gut. Now it's looking like some knees to the gut. Now Kangley is doing this to just stretch G-Money's arm out. And then a knee drop right across his chest. Alright, we're going to have a striking battle here. A game of whatever you can do, I can do better. Like Kangley won the back and forth battle, stunned G-Money, and then nailed him with a crossbody off the top rope. And Kangley secures the win and gets back into the winning column after that loss to Bobby Wayne. Next up, we have a promo battle between Leo Maverick and Squall after their draw in the torture prison match. Here comes Squall now with the microphone in hand. So try to settle this draw that he has with Leo Maverick and how Leo left him laying on the top of that cell. Seems like he's talking trash about Leo right now, trying to get him out here. Looks like it worked. Obviously, Squall has said some things that Leo didn't like, so he decided to show his face here on the opening episode of Phenomenal. All Leo's just talking about how if he had 3 more seconds, he would have won that match because he hit his finishing move. Seems like Squall wants to do this match now. Looks like Leo's going to accept, so I guess we're going to have our little sudden death match right here tonight between these two. Bell is wrong. They're locked in a collarbone neck tie up. Leo gets out of that with the arm wrench. Squall reverses with the little torquing of the elbow. Squall just trips Leo down. Waited for a coffin drop, but Leo rode out of the way. Nails a snapmare neck snap. Squall now hits him with a drop kick to the side of the head. Leo attempted a standing shooting star press, but Squall got his knees up. Squall went for a standing crossbody, but Leo backed up out of the way. Leo with a Falcon Arrow. Squall quickly gets back up, versus Leo's elbow shot, and then they're right back into another collarbone neck tie up. Leo with a shoulder drop, followed by a springboard cutter to get back into the ring. Squall now leaves to the outside of the rope. Then Leo just is going to take advantage of this and drop Squall on the apron with a DDT. And then nails a splash off the apron. Now Leo's going to go back to the top rope. The Squall re-enters the ring and knocks Leo off the top rope and goes for a cover. Leo kicks out at 2. Looks like Leo barely dodged that springboard crossbody. But then he follows up with a Enziguri kick to the face. He went for a powerbomb, looks like, but Squall just picked him up with his neck and just threw him over the back of his head. Like Leo just did some type of inside out power bomb. Went for a fancy springboard Enziguri, but Squall just Samoa Joe'd him. Like Squall's going to go for his infamous chest kicks. So basically, Squall saying Leo ain't got no nipples. Leo with another inside-out powerbomb. Oh, Leo tried to go for a drop kick. Squall caught his legs and kicked him in the gut, and then nailed him with a coffin drop off the second rope in the corner. Now he's going to go torque his knee. Now Squall's going to try to injure his knee. Squall's nose Leo with a power bomb. Ref's going down for the count. Only a 1 count. Now he looks like he's going to stomp him in his chest. Seems like Squall's getting fired up. He's going to go for his GS5. Leo reverses into a cutter. Stomps him in the arm, picks him up, tries to go for a kick. Squall reverses. Leo reverses. Looks like Leo's going for the Styles clash. Squall kicks out at 2. Squall with a signature big boot straight to Leo's chest. Leo answers with a dragon screw leg whip. And then Nels Squall with a dragon suplex. Squall rolls out of the ring while Leo just taunts to the crowd. Leo quickly reverses with a back elbow shot. And then Nels Squall with a KO elbow shot to the back of the head. Now it looks like he's going to go for the hidden blade. Paying homage to Will Ospreay, it looks. Going for another pin. Squall kicks out at 2. Squall just nails a big ass clothesline. Leo quickly rolls out the ring. Squall's going to the top rope. Leo punches Squall in the gut, but doesn't phase him. Squall attempts a double X-handed smash, but gets caught by a super kick. Looks like Leo's going to go for the GS5, but then Squall reverses his own move into a cutter. Leo went for a pop-up powerbomb. Squall reverses. Man, these two just pick it up where they left off at high voltage. I was just going to go and the strike fest to see who has the better strikes here. Look like they're just going to just bitch slap the shit out of each other. Oh, there we go. Now they're just going to punch each other until they get tired. Squall's going to try to go for a roll-up. Leo reverses into a roll-up of his own. Squall reverses back into another roll-up. Leo reverses back into another roll-up. And Squall kicks out, finally ending the back and forth roll-up session. Squall misses a drop kick to the side of Leo's head. Leo was trying to go for some type of springboard move, and Squall dodged it. Squall off the top rope with a cutter. Squall misses with another crossbody. Picks Leo up. Leo went for something, got reversed. Squall hits a clothesline. Squall turned him around. Inverted Alabama slam into the camel clutch. Looked like his grip might have been slipping, so he let him go and then punched him right in the side of the face. Going for another pin. Leo kicks out at 2. Looks like Squall's going to go for a knee strike out of the corner. Leo rolls out of the way. Squall nailed a kick combination. Then throws him over for a headlock. Squall rolls him off. Paul trying to get back to his feet, but Leo stops him from getting up. Leo's going to go to the corner. Or not. Squall versus Leo on the apron. Leo hits a chop on Squall and knocking him against the ropes. Now Leo seems to be choking Squall with the top rope. Looks like he's going to go for another Styles Clash here. And Leo Maverick picks up the win in the sudden death match.
Here is your winner, the living legend, Leo Maverick.
All right, this next match is Kaitlyn versus the ACW Women's World Champion, Crystal Rain, who just knocked off Lois Prince at a high voltage.
Scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Wolverhampton, England, the Alliance Women's World Champion, Crystal Reed. And her opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, Kaitlyn.
She's only had 2 other matches here. She was in the World Cup Gauntlet match, was at Maximum Overdrive. That was her debut. And then she lost against Selena Kyle Whiskers in her second match. This is only her 3rd match here in ACW. Let's see if she can finally pick up a big win. And we also have breaking news: the Lady Liberty Battle Royal at Independence Day Bash will be for the Women's United States Championship. So you think if Kaitlyn would win this over the Women's World Champion, she might get a spot in that Battle Royal for the Women's United States title. But anyway, let's get to the action. Kaitlyn just did a drop on the champion, causing the champion to roll out of the ring. Now she re-entered the ring. Now Crystal Rain has Kaitlyn in a side headlock. And then just tosses Kaitlyn down to the mat. Then Kaitlyn comes back with a Lutz S-press and a second rope springboard moonsault. Going to go for a pin here. Only gets a 1 count. Another collarbone neck tie up. Just running to a throw. Caitlyn off the rope and Nella with a drop kick. And then a double stomp to the gut. She's going to pick her back up. Caitlyn reverses her drag, trying to get her to the corner. And now she's going to arm wrench and kick Crystal Rain in the arm. Like Caitlyn tried to go for a power slam, but Crystal Rain reversed it into a reverse DDT. So try to knock Caitlyn off the rope, but Caitlyn reversed and got back in the ring. Caitlyn throws Crystal Rain over the top rope and nails her with 2 punches. And then you're going to drop her head first onto the side of the apron with a DDT. Ref counts at 3. Crystal Rain has until the count of 10 to get back in the ring. She gets back in the ring. Now it's Caitlyn with a code breaker. And now she hits her with the raindrop. Caitlyn kicks out at 2. Like she's going to go for a springboard move as she's calling her to get up. Nails her with a seated senton. Going back to the top rope. And nails her with a senton drop. Caitlyn with the neck breaker to Crystal Rain, going for a pin. Caitlyn's trying to drag Crystal Rain to the corner. Crystal Rain reverses. Picks her up, hits her with a waist slam. Caitlyn quickly rolls out of the ring. Crystal Rain goes to the top rope. Caitlyn meets her there and hits her 2 times in the back. 3 times in the back, knocks her off the top rope. Caitlyn goes back out to the outside of the apron. And nails a Hurricane Rana off the top rope from the outside. Still put Crystal Rain to the top rope. Looks like she's going to go for... She's been out going for a Super Michinoku driver. Crystal Rain barely kicks out at 2. Then nails a Northern Lights suplex, followed by a spinning neck breaker. And then she's going to roll her up, and looks like she's going to try to hit another Michinoku driver in the middle of the ring. And Caitlyn scores a win over the Women's World Champion, but the Women's World Champion's night is not over, as her challenger for Independence Day Bash interferes after the match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Black Diamond Cody King.
Next match is Cody King versus Spike. You saw Cody King in that 6-way hardcore match at High Voltage as he got pinned by Zack Sinister, the new hardcore champion. And you saw this man, Spike, finally win his rivalry over Ricky Davison, securing the win at High Voltage.
And his opponent, from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Nightmare, Spike the Undead.
Bell starts off with Spike nailing a kick to Cody King's knee, followed by Enziguri to the back of the head. Then a step-up senton to Cody King's back. Cody King went for a springboard. Spike reversed it. Collarbone neck tie up. Spike's going to put Cody King against the ropes. And then nails Cody King with a cheap shot that knocks Cody King back in the corner. Hits a couple strikes with Cody King reverses. Cody King's going to go for a quick roll up. Doesn't even get a 1 count. Another collarbone neck tie up. Cody King's going to wrench the arm of Spike. Spike reverses and slams Cody King's shoulder into the mat. Cody King's going to go to the outside of the ropes. And Spike just running to the running shoulder thrust and knocks him off to the concrete floor. And Cody King re-enters the ring with a slingshot spear followed by a second rope springboard moonsault and only gets a 1 count. Spike with a leg whip neck breaker of some source. Spike then knocks Cody King back into the corner, turns him around, and drops him with some snake eyes. Spike missed a springboard stomps. Now Cody King's going to stomp Spike's head into the mat, followed by some ground and pound, and then stomps him in the chest. Now Spikes is going to wrap his hand around Cody's skull with an iron claw. Try to weaken him down some here. Look like he might be going for... Oh, I thought he might have been going for a choke slam. But Cody King reversed it, so it wound up being an inverted side slam. Spike with a rollover, Falcon Arrow. And then a power bomb, knee strike off the ground. Followed by a clothesline from Spike. Looks like Cody King's in trouble here. We don't get no more momentum going. It might just be over for him. He just took a springboard knee from Spike. And that springboard knee got the 3 count. Spike now with his second win in a row.
The Nightmare, Spike the Undead.
All right, I'm going to switch over to the second part. Up next is a 3-way match to determine the number 1 contender for the Women's Television Championship at Independence Day Bash.
From New York, Pat Lee Bear.
Looks like Paxley Blair is being managed to the ring by her mother, Sage Willow. Paxley hasn't had too many matches here. This is her chance to try to get a big win, since she hasn't gotten any yet. Up next we have Selena Sinister. She's also haven't done much here since she's arrived. She debuted in that World Cup Gauntlet Eliminator match back at Maximum Overdrive. And then became one of the only 2 women to challenge for the Hardcore Championship.
Virginia, Selena, the Spirit Sinister.
Besides those 2 matches, this is her first chance at a shot to go for a women's only championship. So let's see how she fares in this match. The last competitor in this match.
And from New York,
Maze, who also debuted here in ACW in that Gauntlet, World Cup Gauntlet Eliminator match. She has a win over Paxley Blair, who was also in this match. Besides that, that's her only win here. So let's see what she can do here. As the Women's Television Champion, Jade, is looking for a new challenger. Is why I chose these 3 to go for the number 1 contendership. Either one of these 3 hasn't had a title shot in the women's division yet. The bell is wrong. Maze starts out with a tornado DDT to Selena Sinister. Paxley's going to stomp on Selena's ankle before getting knocked down by the Maze. Then Mays with a springboard senton to Paxley in the back. And Selena with a springboard drop kick to the Mays. Now Mays with a striking combination. Paxley off the ropes with a upside down kick to the back of Mays' head. Now you go see Selena with an electric chair drop on Mays before Paxley decides to slap her in the face before she gets up. Paxley with a drop kick to Selena's chest. Paxley going to go off the rope and then drop kick Mays in the side of the head. Mays then counters. Selena is bringing a kendo stick in and nails Mays right across the forehead with it. And then nails Paxley in the forehead with it. And then he's just trying to destroy both her opponents with the kendo stick before throwing the kendo stick at Selena. Some back and forth action between Mays and Paxley. Selena's going to throw her off the rope and then chop her down and then nail her with a spin kick. Mays strong Irish whip Selena into the exposed turnbuckle. And then nails her with a inverted back breaker. Paxley breaks up the pin and knocks out the referee at the same time. And then misses a springboard move. Selena then leg trips Mays. Paxley slams Selena's head into that exposed turnbuckle. Then Selena with a spin kick on Mays. And then a single leg drop kick on Paxley. Selena to the outside. She might be calling for something. Or not. Decides to get back in the ring. Paxley picks her up. Nails over the waistland. Then nails her with a modified face buster. Before Mays gets in and starts hitting her with all over the place with that bar bat. And then Mays off the second rope with a Meteora. Sage just threw her trash can into the ring. At the same time, Paxley nailed her finishing move. Only got a 2 count because Selena broke it up. Now Selena with the vertigo on Paxley. She's going to pick Mays up and nail her with a fisherman brainbuster. Paxley throws Selena into the corner. Selena reverses out of the corner with an elbow. And then Selena with a modified rolling cutter. And then Mays nails Selena in the face with a trash can. Mays misses with the springboard crossbody. And Selena throws Mays to the outside of the concrete floor. And then goes for a pin. And kick out at 1. And now Selena with a sliced bread onto Mays on the floor. And Selena picks up the win. And Selena is your number 1 contender for the Women's Television Championship at Independence Day Bash. Well, folks, it's time for the main event. You got a 2-time ACW World Tag Team Champion, CJ Blade, versus the ACW World Champion, Bobby Wayne. This should be a good match. CJ Blade hasn't had very many singles matches here in ACW because he's mostly been in the tag division
Is scheduled for one fall.
with his partner,
Making his way to the ring.
Lance
From
Blade,
New Orleans, Louisiana,
part of the Kingdom Breakers and the
weighing in
Blade Trinity faction.
227 pounds, the Rambo CJ Blade.
Oh, wait. Lance Blade out with an undisclosed injury. He decided to step back into the singles division for the first time in a while. He said he only wants to fight the best. So that's why he's been put against the ACW World Champion here tonight.
And his opponent from Richmond, Virginia, weighing in at 238 pounds, the Alliance World Champion, Bobby Wayne.
Comes the ACW World Champion, Bobby Wayne, who just had his first successful title defense against Kang Lee Wang at High Voltage. And before Bobby Wayne came out here, he was confronted by Squall. And Squall has cashed in his World Cup from winning the World Cup Gauntlet match for his title shot for the ACW World title at Independence Day Bash. So at Independence Day Bash, our main event has already been set. You will see the World Cup Gauntlet winner cashing in his World Cup to face his brother, Bobby Wayne, for the ACW World Championship. That should be a great match, but that's Independence Day Bash. This is here tonight. CJ Blade starts off with a punch to the head and grabs Bobby from behind. Tries for a quick roll-up. Bobby quickly kicks out before the one. CJ Blade with a Kamagori knee strike. And a springboard Frankensteiner. He's holding his arm and just stomping the champ in his back and his face. Looks like he's going to try to snap his arms. But decides not to and just knees him in the back. And then nails him with another Kamagori knee strike. Bobby's going to try to use the ropes to get back up. Bobby reverses, slams CJ into the top turnbuckle. And CJ reverses into another roll-up. Bobby once again kicks out before the one count. CJ with his Gator Roll Falcon Arrow. When looked like he tried to go for it again, but Bobby reversed it. Looks like Bobby's going to stretch his arm out. Went for a stomp. CJ reversed. Quickly runs up and takes CJ's knee from underneath him, knocking him down, and he's going for the other arm now. He's just going to ram his thumb into the side of CJ's neck. CJ with a cutter off the top rope. He'll throw Bobby Wayne against the ropes. Looked like he went for a drop kick. Bobby caught him and stomped him in the gut. It looks like Bobby's going to go for a bullplex. CJ Blade's going to go for some type of power bomb. Switches him on the shoulder and then hangs him up on the top rope. Looks like he went for a springboard frog splash, but Bobby moved out of the way, and now Bobby's going to try to take advantage. But only gets a 1 count. Bobby throws CJ into the corner and then hangs his leg up and kicks him in the knee. Now Bobby Wayne with a trick shot knee strike to the head. And it looks like he's going to go for a super kick out of the corner while CJ is still on his knees, going for the count. And Bobby Wayne with another impressive win here tonight. The main event of the first episode of Phenomenal. That'll be it for tonight, folks. See y'all next week.